Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London and welcome to a monumental video on the channel because yesterday I took delivery of my first ever motorbike from Honda UK. I've got this for the next 12 months. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my CBR650R in satin black with red details all over. And I've brought it out today to do an introduction because I was so excited. The weather was amazing yesterday that I went for a ride directly, hooking up my GoPros so that you guys could get my first reactions of riding this for the first time. And I've brought it out to do an intro and it's raining. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first ever ride of a motorbike with no L plates.
Here we go then. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for, or I have certainly been waiting for, because in front of me by a dumping site is my, or in verticals, my CBR650R, and I cannot believe how good this looks in the satin black paint job with all of the red details. Now, I've got cameras hooked up to capture this experience as best as possible. Now, I am very aware that the audio is the weak point of these moto vlogs, so I am constantly on the hunt to try and better this setup. And over the last 10 years I've got to grips with filming cars, not bikes, but I have ridden a few miles and found this place that basically seemed like a good spot to pull over and to begin the ride. So, no L plates, just me on a motorbike, complete freedom. And I've picked a drive or a ride that hopefully will keep the speeds below 30 or 40 miles an hour for mainly the audio issue than anything else. And hopefully I can find a solution to the audio that's getting blown out, because I found this setup on quite a big moto vloggers YouTube channel. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first time out on the road by myself, which is terrifying. But I absolutely love this bike. This is the #1 bike for me out of everything that I've ridden from Honda. I feel the most connected to this bike. I love the seating position, I love the looks of it, I love how it sounds. It's a really smooth bike to ride. And we have got a beautiful day, and I'll quickly talk a little bit about how I feel about the safety element, because obviously that's a huge thing coming from cars onto motorbikes. I'm not doing this because I need to feel closer to death or I want that adrenaline rush, because I think that becomes a little bit scary when that's your main purpose for wanting to go onto a motorbike, because your mindset is to just go fast. I feel like if I had done my motorbike license when I was 18, 19 years old and had that need for speed, then it probably would have been a quite gruesome or grueling outcome of me trying to max this bike out as much as possible. Which is why in the motorbike world you have to wait until you're a certain age and you have to do a certain amount of tests to prove that you can ride these bikes. I think that's a really sensible thing, and I think they should implement that on supercars, because supercars are getting faster and faster, but also easier to drive, giving the driver so much confidence with all of the aids and computers. But actually, if you're hammering down this road at 150 miles an hour, which probably isn't actually that unrealistic in the likes of a McLaren 720S, and you come into a corner too fast, that's when the really bad stuff happens. So I'm 28 now, and I feel like this is just a cool thing to do, to ride when the weather is like this. I never knew that I would... There's a drain pipe. I never knew that I would fall in love with riding a motorbike, but there is a sense of freedom in this that you just don't get from a car. The only way that I can describe what it's like to ride a motorbike, basically, it's the closest thing that I've experienced whilst driving a car or something with four wheels was the Formula 1 car I drove in Dubai, because you have all of the wind around you, you're wearing a helmet, and the power to weight is quite similar. I don't know how you would experience what a motorbike is like other than an open wheeler racing car, because these engines are so finely tuned. The engine braking on them is insane. When you just lift off the throttle, you're braking. It's crazy. And just squeezing the throttle. Oh, we've got a Ferrari here. We've got a 488 Spider. Oh, that looks lovely. He's living the dream, is that man. I tell you how you would probably get a similar experience in a road car. Like, take that Ferrari for example. Smash the windscreen through, so you've got no windscreen. Put the roof down. Take the doors off. And that is the same sort of experience to riding a motorbike. It's that crazy, and I love it. I'm not necessarily an adrenaline junkie. I didn't go through this process because I feel like I needed I had a need for speed. I did it because I thought it would be cool to be like, hey look, I've got a motorbike license, I can go and ride a motorbike if I want. I definitely didn't do it because I felt like I was lacking adrenaline in my life, because I think if you do go into motorbikes with that in mind, it might not end so well, because you'd be eking the most performance out of a bike like this. And I feel like I've got a fairly sensible head on my shoulders to be like, no, you've just passed your bike test. Now is not the time to test the limits on this thing. So I'm very much going to be learning, building up my experience with the help of Honda. I'm going to be doing a few extra tuition lessons to get added experience. Don't know what the hell that is. But the idea is I want to be the safest and most controlled rider I can possibly be. That is the number one aim, because the enjoyment comes from the freedom. It doesn't come from the speed, it comes from the freedom of having the wind and being completely open to the world. That's where I get the enjoyment.
I didn't die. I survived my first ride. What a ridiculous occasion to be doing my first ride on my YouTube channel. I never thought that I'd be doing it. Massive thank you to Honda, as always. And I just wanted to give you guys a first look at the bike, which is why I bought the bike out. It's a little bit wet. I'm not going to go out for my second ride on damp tarmac. I'm still too inexperienced, and I've heard that the paint that divides the lanes is a little bit slippery. So I'm not going to take this out for a ride, but I want to give you guys a quick look at my first motorbike. So a few optional extras on this as opposed to a standard CBR650R. We have got the red around the alloys, which is an optional extra that goes with the red details around the bodywork. I've also got heated handlebars, and I've also got the quick shifter, which basically means I don't have to dip the clutch on the handlebars every single time. I just use the clutch peg down there. So 3 very important optional extras to have, and this bike is just so cool. I've done about 60 miles on it now, and yeah, the experience is like nothing I've ever experienced before, and that's what I said in the video. So hopefully you got a view and a perspective from inside my brain. A lot of concentration goes into riding, and I just want to say again a massive thank you to Honda for making this all happen. This is my bike for the next 12 months. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this insight. If you've got any questions to do with the transition between cars and bikes, or whether you want to get into bikes or onto bikes, then hopefully I can answer them. Instagram DM is probably the best way to contact me. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, my CBR650R has landed. Perfect timing for autumn and winter. But I'm sure on blue sky and sunshine days I will be taking this out for a ride. It looks so mean and menacing. Just one more look so that you can see it. Satin black, red details, a lot of bronze exposed mechanics there, and yeah, I am super happy. Hope you're all having an amazing weekend. I'll see you soon. Take care. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out. Goodbye.